good, Horror Horde? This is your boy Horror Gamer, back with another video for you. And in this video, as you can tell by the title, is another Horror Gamer reviews video. And I got a treat for you today, as you can see in the title. This one's pretty decent. But before I get into any of that, y'all know that your boy Horror Gamer's reviews has spoilers in them all day, every day. So if you haven't seen a movie, this is your chance to pause it, check it out, come back, leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what you think. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if I'm full of shit, whatever, let me know. Now, after this point, this is on you, so I'm going to give you a second to pause it. Alright, that's it. Everything after this point. If it ruins for you, I'm sorry. It's on you at this point. So, as you can see in the title, today's movie review for you is, boom, Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. Now, this movie is an older movie, okay? It came out August 19th, 1995, a day before my birthday. Yeah, that's right. Now, this is another one of those movies that kind of got killed in the Rotten Tomato scores, because this isn't a movie for the critics, this is a movie for the fans. It got a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes, okay? Kind of figured, you know, that's just the way critics are. But the Google user score is an 86. So it was catered to the fans, as you can tell. It was directed by Billy Condon. And if you don't know who he is, believe it or not, he was the director of the 2017 Beauty and the Beast live-action remake. Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Coming up from horror to do something big. And the writer, of course, this is from Clive Barker. The story is from Clive Barker, and if you haven't heard of him, hello, H0rr0rgam3r. He wrote the story of the Candyman story. And it stars Tony Todd, of course, as Candyman. And, you know, he was also in movies like The Grudge, The Crow, and stuff like that. He plays Candyman / Daniel Robitaille, okay? You'll find out here in a couple minutes. Also, Lily Rowland, she was in Hook. She plays Annie Torrent. You know, she plays the protagonist in the film, the one who Candyman's after. William O'Leary plays her brother, Ethan. Bill Nunn plays Reverend Ellis. You might know him from Spider-Man 2 and 3. William O'Leary was from NCIS, so you probably recognize him from there. And Veronica Cartwright was she was in Scary Movie 2. She was the mom at the beginning, you know, with the possessed girl. She plays Octavia Torrent, which is, you know, Annie's mom and Ethan's mom. Alright, so where do I start? First off, the score of the movie, the movie's music, it's some of the best. Like, I still think that the Candyman theme from the movie is amazing. Like, it's creepy and it sticks with you. It's that kind of music that sticks with you, and when you play it, you're like, whoa, you know, it gives you the chills. And all it is a few hits on the piano note, you know. It's haunting, if that's the right word. The score is haunting in this movie. It sticks with you even after you watch it. So that's always a good thing. You always got to have good scores in this in movies that stick with you. Now, the kills in the movie for me, though, all of Candyman kills, unfortunately, it's all the fucking same. He comes up behind you, hits you with the hook, rips up, throws you on the ground. Literally every kill that Candyman did in this movie was the exact same kill. And it gets a little old. I know, you know, the premise of him is, you know, he kills you with a hook, but I would like to see different ways, you know what I mean? I know there's only so many ways, but there's more than just one. And unfortunately, they didn't express that in the movie. They just did it the one way, behind. He's always coming up from behind somebody, stabbing them with the hook, and then just ripping up. It's a brutal death, but I like to see other ways, you know, with the hook. because there be a little creative with the kills. It was the same thing throughout, and it was okay, but it wasn't the best. Now, when I said earlier about Tony Todd's Candyman / Daniel Robitaille, in this one they humanized him. And what do I mean by humanized? It wasn't just an urban legend. They made it to where he was an actual person who fell in love with a white woman. He was a slave who fell in love with a white woman, got her pregnant, and the white woman's husband chased him down with the villagers, cut his hand off with a rusty blade, covered his body in bees, and they stung him to death. Now the thing is with I was gonna say Daniel Robitaille. With Tony Todd, I've heard this. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that the beadwork was he actually had bees on him. Like he actually let the bees crawl on him, and that's crazy. Fuck that. That's a man who's dedicated to his craft to let thousands of bees like crawl on his face. But I've read that he let the bees crawl over him to make this movie. So the thing is, for me though, with the whole humanizing thing, it was okay. The backstory was okay, but it really didn't need to be there, because the movie's about the urban legend. And I know they were trying to dig deeper into it and try to make it more humanizing and make him an actual person that they tried to make you care about. And that was the thing. They tried to make you care about him because he wasn't like that in life, but he made the curse and now he's an evil bastard, and they want you to care about him back the way he used to be. It was okay. Didn't really need to be there, but it was there, so it is what it is. And another problem I had with this movie was some of the actors really seemed to force their lines. Like, I really break down movies. Your boy H0rr0rgam3r, when he watches a horror movie, he really breaks it down. And from what I was seeing, a lot of these actors, especially Ethan, was really forcing his dialogue. And it kind of turns it off for me. Especially for that character, He was really forcing it, and for me, that's kind of a kill note right there. Yeah, I don't like that. But I will say one thing I really enjoyed was the ending. So the last fight scene of the movie, you find out that there's a mirror that Annie has to get, because Annie's related. Annie's bloodline is Candyman's. That's the big plot twist. She's related to Candyman. Candyman wants her to be with him forever. So they go to, she goes to her old childhood home, which was the house that the slave owner owned that killed Candyman, okay? There you go. And there was a slave quarters. Well, inside the slave quarters was the mirror that basically holds Candyman's essence, his evilness. So she goes there, they have a big fight between her and Candyman. She grabs the mirror off of the thing it's in, and then the house starts shaking and it starts filling with water out of nowhere. I just don't get it. Then when she breaks the mirror, some of the best CGI for back in the day, back in 1995 CGI wasn't that great, but back in the day that was pretty good. So after she breaks the mirror, Candyman turns into a mirror, basically turns into glass and starts falling apart. And then he hits the ground and shatters. Fucking beautiful. It was a big climactic ending, and there you think the Legend of Candyman's over. So come to find out, Annie's pregnant throughout all this, okay? And Candyman wants to be, like, I guess, with the sacrifice that baby or whatever. So at the very end, after he turns into glass and breaks, there's like a 6-year, 7-year time jump. And Annie's little girl is like 6 years old. She's getting ready for bed, and she looks in the mirror and says Candyman 4 times, and then Annie runs in and covers her mouth. How she knew about Candyman, I don't know. That's one of them plot things. But all in all, the movie wasn't bad. Definitely check it out. It's worth checking out at least once. If I had to rate it, I'd give it a 7 out of 10 because it wasn't a bad movie, it wasn't a great movie. You know, it is what it is. 1995. Back then they had back in the mid 90s, movies tried to be a little more violent. So they really tried to make it violent and bloody, but it was alright. So yeah, 7 out of 10. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. With that being said, H0rr0rr, this is your boy H0rr0rgamer saying, hope you enjoyed the review. Got plenty more coming. A lot of stuff coming to the channel soon, so keep an eye out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the dingly ding ding button. That way when I do make a video, you're not in the dark. You know when it's coming. So with all that being said, I love you guys. As always, don't fear the dark. Race it.